welcome to Poppy DIY Crafts. Today we're going to be making some really cool Christmas themed pens using UV resin. The UV resin I'm going to be using is from Resin. I have a UV resin starter kit that was sent to me to review, so thank you so much to Resin. If you're interested in getting this starter kit, I have the links down below in the description. This kit comes with everything you need to get started, including a nice little mat here to keep your surface area clean, the resin, a UV lamp, and then some silicone cups and stirrers. So all you need is your molds. So I have these 6 pen molds and the fillers that you want for your project. So let's go ahead and get started with the pens. I have 6 molds. Each of them has a little shaker on top, which is super cute. There are 6 different shapes. The kit that I got came with these pens so that I can use them right away, and we can always buy refills. So what we're going to do is take the pen here and insert it into the mold. So it should look like this, where the tip is over here where the resin can get into, and also there is a little cap here so that we don't get resin inside the little inside the tube. Alright, so all the pens are done. The most important thing is to make sure that this tube here is straight. Now we're ready for the resin. And every time you're working with resin, make sure to wear gloves to protect your skin because resin can be very sticky. So I'm not going to color the resin. Instead, I'm going to put these little Christmas themed confetti flakes. And I have, I think, 4 different colors. And so what we're going to do is essentially put them in individual cups. Next, we're going to pour in the resin. And give each cup a good stir. How colorful that is. Now I'm going to pour this into the mold. And I just really love using the Resin brand. The resin is crystal clear and you don't get a lot of bubbles. This last one, I'm going to pour it in dry and add the resin afterwards and see how it turns out. Down here on the tip is very important to push the resin all the way in so it fills in the gap right at the pen tip. And push out that air bubble. You can see that air bubble coming out. So the next thing we're going to do is cure the resin. So the kit comes with a small UV lamp like this, but since my molds are so big, I'm going to use a larger UV lamp. So I have this larger one, which I can fit all my molds under, and we're going to cure it for a few minutes. So the back side is done. It's now solid, but let's give the other side a cure too. So I'm just going to flip it over. And since the silicone is translucent, the UV light should penetrate through. Alright, so these pens are done. Let's go ahead and take them out of the mold. Okay, so here is our first one. And this is so pretty. Look at all the little confetti inside. So this one has a bear shaker. This one's a bunny. This one's a heart. Here's a flower. Here is the moon. And here's a cat. So the next thing we're going to do is fill in the cavities. And I'm going to be using these beads. I'll pour the beads inside each cavity. Okay, these are looking super festive. And this set also comes with cover slips. So we have pre-cut cover slips for each of the shapes. What we're going to do is take off the little plastic. And we're going to place them on top using more UV resin. Let's go ahead and get our glove back on. I'm going to put a little bit of resin on the edges of the cavity here. Make sure it goes all the way around and put the cover slip on. And we're going to stick it under the UV lamp. While that's curing, let's go ahead and work on the second one. Alright everyone, and we are done. Oh my goodness, look at this. This is our cat shaker. And it is perfect as a pen. It's Christmas colors. And you make lots of shaking noises when you write. Here is the star. I really like this one with the snowflakes. Here is the bunny. Here's the heart one. I think the red and white really works for this. And here's the bear one. This one's mostly green. And here is the moon. So one thing about these pens is that it's curved on one side and flat on the other side. And this of course is plastic on top. One thing that I do like to do is actually dome this top piece so it has a nicer finish. So all you have to do is take more of the UV resin and just add one more layer. So that way we also have resin on top. And it just gives it a more polished look. So let's go ahead and do that. To put a nice thick layer, being careful so that it doesn't drip down the sides. I like to put more in the middle and then finish it off with a toothpick. Okay, so here are the ones that we coated with some UV resin over the film, and as you can see there's a tiny bit of a raised bump here where the resin is. And as a comparison, this one does not. So let's see, maybe this one is a little bit more clear. So I don't know if you can tell, but this bottom one, the crescent moon one, has resin on top, and the bunny one does not. I think this one makes it a lot more sturdy just because we have extra layer of resin, whereas this one is just plastic. You can even hear the difference. This is plastic film, and this is resin. Just a lot more solid. So this is my preference. If I was going to be giving this as a gift, I would certainly dome it for sure, just so that it has a nice polished look. But if I'm being lazy and this is just for fun for myself, then I might just leave it as is with just the film on top. Alright everyone, so here are the 6 Christmas shaker pens that we made today. Aren't they cute? I think they turned out great, and it was really fast to make. With the UV resin, you don't have to wait 24 hours for the resin to cure. And also, I think the glitter doesn't really settle as much. Usually with normal resin, if you add glitter, then all the glitter sinks down to the bottom as it cures. But this one seems to be a little bit more balanced out. So we do see glitter throughout the pen. Alright everyone, so if you enjoyed this video and want to see more like it, make sure to subscribe and I'll see you next time. Bye!